What's happening? This your captain speaking. I'll never get over that. So, I told you guys I was going to jump back in today, later today when I Um, got back to the crib. Want to work on. I made the ball, by the way, y'all. In my spare time, I made the ball. Not a great ball, but I made the ball. I try and color palettes. I don't know. I was trying to do. Oh, you know what? It looks a little better, I guess. Doesn't look great. Looks like I couldn't even say it. But yeah, I made the ball. But I told you guys I was gonna jump back on later, and I finally finished the um. Never leave your windows open. That was a mistake that I wish I did not do. Regardless, um, yeah. So we're just gonna be making stuff. So I'm just be testing out. So the video I'm watching now, is all about making item sets. So it's gonna be cool, I guess. But we're supposed to get a hang of just making certain like items and things like that. So I won't
Welcome
explain
to
too
the
much
new
about it,
section
but
of the course. In this section, you are going to learn how to make a 16 by 16 item set for a video game, like the one you are seeing right now.
I think another thing too, just to not not to skip over too much. You know, I was actually watching this video, this guy, right? Pixel Architect, cool dude, love his videos. He's making a pixel art game, right? And I just wanted to show you guys um his characters, right? I guess this is the best video
This
for it,
map will be
maybe.
one of the game we'll be working on, and it's a pretty typical results in a more.
Yeah, so I'm thinking. So I'm just going over the thought of like in terms of pixels or like how big. My question was, should I go high res? Was I really kind of feel like the high pixel um, depth would be better for me in the long run because I still, even though it's pixel art, I want to go a little detailed, but it's just I just wonder like how I don't know. I just feel like is that the question is like is that I don't want to say redundant, but um, ooh, it. I mean, it should I be even? I don't know. Should I go with what I mean, like this high pixel density, or should I mean, or should I go lower? And I know you guys. This is more so like a question to myself, more so than to y'all, because you don't know the structure of the game, but it's like the game is technically it's a simulation game, but you can have a physical presence in the simulation, right? So it's more so like you're a part of the simulation. You know what I mean? So it's not like a bunch of combat. Like there will be combat stuff like that. You can do that if you want, because the idea for you really is to own the shop, right? So it's like it's an online simulation game, so everyone shares the same simulation but each individual player can influence the simulation. Like that's what I'm trying to get at, right? And I'm just trying to think like in terms of like future planning, like I'm planning two games at one time up here, right? So like you have my intention is the pixel art game is supposed to be more of a simulation game because this is supposed to be the backbone of the 3D open world. You know what I'm saying? That I want going on. So basically, like the simulation that's run had actively affects the 3D game, right? So they're gonna share the same server and whatnot. And so it's like, should I have this? Like, should I make this a what I'm saying? Like pixel dense or plus I mean the sheer size of what this map is supposed to be is actually disgusting. You know what I'm saying? And so like you have multiple cities, you have multiple planets, you have space stations, you have space itself that you can explore. You know what I mean? And this is why I say there's going to be a combat element because you can explore. You know what I'm saying? The maps and cities and the world and everything like that. And so I didn't want it to be too heavy, right? But I don't know. And I guess I don't know. I'm just thinking a lot about it. Like the more I'm just looking at the just pixel art in general and things like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just kind of me thinking like, damn, like how deep can I go? You know what I'm saying? Because my thing is to say like, also like and this is doing playing devil's advocate, right? I want to have the high pixel density because my thing is like when you guys get like items, um, cosmetic shit, right? You know what I'm saying? I want you to be able to see it. Like, I want it to look good. You know what I mean? Like, you place down when you build out your own room or houses, stuff like that. Like, I want you to be able to sit there and enjoy and it look good. Not like stale. You know what I mean? Like, so more so like I feel like maybe 64 by 64 would be the ideal situation as far as like characters and stuff goes. Because I think after like 64, I think 32 would probably be a good space for cosmetics and things like that. You know what I mean? So I'm just brainstorming, man. I'm just brainstorming. I'm just thinking about it. Um, just I'm just kind of racking my brain about it. But this is the guy who I was just check his stuff out by the way too. I'll link it. He's just came out with his game. I don't know if I'm gonna get it only because I literally just bought a game last week. TCG. Y'all see me playing it. Why am I explaining that? So I mean, if the week's good, I might wish it. I mean, it looks cool. You know what I'm saying? Plus, I mean, I just want to support the dude. You feel me? Like, I want to be support. This is the first time I'm actually like, straight up supporting somebody based on just because I watch a lot of his videos and like his devlogs and stuff was dope. And I just love the detail he puts into all his games and things like that. So I'm getting off topic, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so that's just where I just got my expertise, my conversation, my thought process. I don't know why I say conversation, but it's my
No, I totally
conversation.
understand.
You know what I mean? I just feel like because even like I want y'all to be able to like deck out your characters. You know what I mean? Like, come on, let's go crazy with it. So, not Photoshop. We're gonna get into this. So without further ado, let's get back into it. Let's spend the next hour or so. Let's get into this. Ouch. Let's get into this item set. Let's go crazy.
In my case, I'm going to make an item set conformed by 3 potions, 1 sword, 1 golden key, 1 book, 1 apple, and 1 shield. At the end of the section, you will have the exercise of making your own item set with the items that you choose. We are going to start with setting up our document. So I'm going to go to File, New, and I'm going to make a document about 200 by 200 pixels.
That's no.
Now I'm going to select my pixel art brush at the size of 1 pixel. I'm going to choose a lighter color than the background, and I'm going to go to my rectangle tool. Right here I'm going to set the size to 16 by 16, fill without an outline, and I'm going to lock this. So I'm going to come here, I'm going to press 1 time, and I will have a square like that. So we have this in 1 layer. I'm going to duplicate this layer, and I'm going to make 8 of those squares.
One thing to note, Homie actually has an older version of.
So I'm going to
He has an
come
older
here, I'm
version
going to
of
press
this program. So it's just a bit. Um,
1 time.
I spent so much time yesterday and earlier today too, um, accumulating the or acclimating the system. So like, finding stuff. Even the one thing he was saying, like he had put up this whole thing where like, you make these like um sub windows and stuff like that. Well, I'm not going to talk about my frustrations anymore tonight, but he talked about that in the video, and it was hyper annoying because um, I don't know, the feature was just different, and it just did not work correctly every time I tried to run it, and I don't know. So whatever.
And I will have a square like that. So we have this in one layer. I'm going to duplicate this layer and I'm going to make 8 of those squares. I will first make 4. I'm going to select my 4 layers, press Ctrl E to merge them in one layer, and then Ctrl J to duplicate and move them with the letter T. And we have something like that. I can merge them again. I'm going to lower the opacity to 25%. I will have a 2 pixel margin, and I want to reduce the size of this document. I can use the crop tool, select the crop tool, press one time, and move this.
Let me figure this out. Hold on. So hold on. Trying to figure this out. Huh. That's alpha lock. Let me see how you did it. Maybe I'm just tripping.
25%.
Oh, I did the wrong one.
I will have a 2 pixel margin, and I want to reduce the size of this document. I can use the crop tool, select the crop tool, press one time, and move this like this, and I'm going to have, actually those are 4 pixels of margin. 1, 2, 3, 4, and there we go. Actually there are 3 pixels. Can select everything, and I'm going to show you how to do the other thing. If we expand this crop tool outside the canvas, I can make a bigger canvas. And there we have our document set up to start making our item.
Okay.
So basically we have 8 mini canvases of 16 by 16, and we are going to be making each item inside those.
Are they 16 by 16? Oh, yeah, we did do them 16 by 16. Yeah, my bad.
Squares.
Slow moment.
I can rename those layers, double-clicking on the name, and I can also lock them, so I cannot move them. To finish this, I'm going to click this button right here to have this canvas as a floating window.
What did you say?
I'm going to expand it. To finish this, I'm going to click this button right here. to have this canvas.
Oh, I'm actually about to I'm actually about to lose my mind because he let's finish setting this
As a
up and then
floating
I'll
window.
scream.
I'm going to expand it, and I'm going to go to Window, New View, and we are going to click our document, and we will have a navigator right here.
The fuck is it?
Right click this part and stay on first plane.
Ooh, wait.
I am also going to save this document, Control S.
Hold on, let me see. Close. Stay on top. I'm about to lose. All right, so I'm about to lose my mind because in no shape or form did he explain that in the last like part one that he did. And I spent a better part of my day trying to figure out why exactly I could not make that window thing. Because every time I made a new document, it would come up as like a full window, right? And I had to go through this long process to make it into a window. I don't know why I'm using my hands. I'm just how pissed I am, right? So to make like an actual window, I had to go through this egregious like process to make it happen. And it just annoyed me. And I just was like, bro, I gave up. After like 5 hours, I was like, I can't figure this out. And he just explains you have to hit this. You actually have to hit this button to make that work. I'm about to scream. About to scream.
And I'm going to make pixel art item set.
Save as. Ooh, item. I don't even know why you're staring at me, bro. Pixel art item canvas.
Save, and we
I'm
are
about to
perfectly
scream, dog.
fine to
Holy
start
shit.
working on our item set.
Yo, I have no idea how that made me so angry. I tried so
Didn't know
for
it.
so long I couldn't figure it out, and then my thing is like, and let me just tell you, I did hit those buttons before we had set up the settings, and it threw off my entire, workspace, right? Threw the whole workspace off, and I was like, oh, I'm never hitting those because those don't do. Those is the butt. But lose my mind, dog.
Start to make our item set. I'm going to make a new layer, and with my basic brush at the size of 1 with a black color, I'm going to start with the basic shape of the potion. So I'm going to increase the size, and I'm going to do something like this. I'm going to make a tube, for example, and I'm going to do something.
So it's kind of like, okay, so. ¿Qué pasa? I don't like that. Okay. That's a cool size. Oh, okay. Hold on. I gotta like line it up for real. Okay.
Like this. I'm going to make a tube, for example, You should always look at reference before starting to make something like this. Now I'm going to delete some before starting to make something like this.
It's kind of funny. I mean, he moves super fast. Keeping it in the bean. You feel me? Which I mean, it's fine, I guess, but his bottle's also different than mine. He has like these are deleted, and then this is deleted. He has a flatter bottom than I do, so I'm just trying to think like, should I? I mean, I think it's fine like this, to be honest. Delete these. I ain't rock like this. I think I'm cool with that.
Now I'm going.
Oh, maybe I need maybe I need these in there. Maybe I need these in here. Cause I mean I can see him right now. He like deleted this.
To delete some.
But it's really not that though. It's yeah. It's kind of like that. We have different sized um bottles, so
Space.
just watching what he does.
In the middle.
Yeah, like brought it down.
Middle of the shade. And this is going to be a red potion.
Oh, sometimes I guess you just gotta keep watching. Like, I guess sometimes you just gotta keep watching, dog. Holy shit. Like, holy God. Oh my
So
goodness.
I'm going to pick a base color, maybe something like this. I'm going to paint it here. I'm going to also need a darker color. I can always change the colors really easy after that, so I will not worry too much right now. Lighter, and there we go. So I'm going to paint here this line, and with the fill brush, with these settings, I can just click and I will paint everything. Now I'm going to shade this, something like this. That's fine for now. I'm going to
I actually want it darker, to be honest.
paint the right part.
Ah, shit.
And
Uh, shit.
and
each
that's fine.
yourself. Hmm. So we kind of took a taking it fucking.
I'm going to make the gorge, so I'm going to choose color like this, to choose a darker, less saturated for that part, darker, and there we go.
Okay, so darker one goes on the edge, lighter one goes on the. I just said the edge. There we go. Hmm. Do it look lit? Try to think. Look lit? Hmm. Okay.
Now I'm going to make the glass. So I'm going to choose a really bright color in the blue hue, and I'm going to use 3 more colors. Something more saturated and darker, another one more saturated and darker, even more, not so much, and another one. I'm going to start with painting the black part with my middle tone, and this part with the darker.
I don't think. Let me see. Not bad, actually. Same type of post, but the pixel part. An 80, I think. Huh. So, awesome.
I'm going to paint some highlights in this part and in the middle like this. Something, for example, like this. You will see some time lapses in this section.
I'm not gonna lie, he know what he doing. He know what he doing. That he know what he's doing. Okay. Alright, he know what he's talking about. My bad, my bad, my bad. My bad, big dog.
It shows repetition and things that you already know, and you shouldn't waste time watching.
Come on, stop that.
So to finish this, I'm going to move this.
Hold up. Hold up, big dog. Hold the fuck up, okay? Yeah, yeah, you're impatient. You're impatient. Okay.
Like that. I'm also going to remain my layer item set, and I'm going to shift this and outline. So I'm going to choose a really saturated and really dark blue color. That's good. And I'm going to go through the border of the object like this.
Okay, so he said it has to be really dark. And then you border the whole thing. Ah, even that look kind of cold. Okay. He's a fucking madman.
Of
He's a
course,
madman.
I shouldn't go outside this gray square because this is my 16 by 16 canvas, and we are making 16 by 16 objects. And that's basically how we can make our first object. So we can look it without the gray canvas, and it's looking pretty good. In the color and palettes video, I teach you that the dark color of another color should be.
I do want to add a slight highlight right here. Ooh. And then let's make this one a little bit darker.
Be less saturated. In this case, the dark color of this red is more saturated. This is because this liquid is translucent, so the light enters and catches, let's say, more saturation of the color itself, and that's why this shade becomes more saturated. In the case of human skin, because it is translucent, the light enters and catches the tint of the blood that is below the surface of the skin. So that's why when you make a shadow in a skin, you should make it more saturated, darker, and more towards red, like this. So note that we have one potion, we can make the other two potions really easy. So I can duplicate this layer, move it with D, and going to center right there.
Huh. I assumed he had made it again because the they're like different shapes.
And now I can just press my rectangle tool. The shortcut for the rectangle tool is Ctrl R, and I can choose select something like this, for example, T, move it, and do the same thing in the other side.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
And there have a really different shape of the potion. So, of course, I need some adjustments like this. And that's it. That's another potion. Now I want to make the
Uh, I'm going to. Huh? Why are these in? That's not right. Oh, that's all. I hope that's all. Okay.
this potion, for example, another color. So I can go to my magic wand tool and select the color of the liquid of the potion, press Ctrl U to bring the HSP adjustments, and I can shift the hue, for example, towards, I forgot to select this one.
When we go back and do breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. Yeah, a little green. Bang with it. Okay. And then let's do.
and shift it towards green, for example. Now this is not perfect because I still need to shift the hue between the light part and the dark part. So I can select my darker color, darken less and more saturated, sorry, and more blue, like that, even more blue, and darker. And the same thing with the bright part, more towards yellow, so you should play a lot with colors until you find the right combination. Now I can make the same thing for another potion. For example, if I want to make a square potion, I can do it like this. I can choose color pick the colors that I need, and there I have another potion.
Now breathe in, breathe out.
Of course, I need some corrections in the glass and change the color again. I'm not going to go to shifting the hue with this. I'm just going to already pick the base color, and I'm going to make, for example, a purple. And there we go. We already have.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Cut me some slack. Nice. I don't know what y'all think. What y'all think? We valid?
Three potions.
What y'all think? What y'all think, man?
So I can merge everything, and now I can, excuse me, I need to delete those pixels, and I can to replace the colors in my palette. And there we go.
Hmm.
So we are going to start with making a sword. Before that, I'm going to manage my palette a little bit better. I don't need those colors because I already have them here. So I can select them, press delete, and actually I'm going to teach you how to make two selections at the same time. So if you have one selection and you press shift and make another selection, you are going to have two selections. So you delete them, and now I can move everything here, and everything is much more cleaner. Now I have 2 pixels that I need to fix. So here and here, and fixing the outline, and the same thing here. So now we are going to start with the sword. So I'm going to select my outline, and this is going to be in a 45 degree, and I'm going to do something like this. As you can see, I have practiced it a little bit.
So, like that.
For starting this, and my sword is going to be something like this. And now we are going to start from this, and it is going to have a point, so like this. Now this is not a double. If you don't have this pixel, then it's going to look like it's rounded, so you need that pixel. And there we go. Now the handle is too large, so I'm going to do the same thing. One selection, shift, another one, and I'm going to choose to move this like this. And I'm going to do the same thing. One selection, shift, another one.
So like selection, shift. Okay, that's not crazy hard, I guess.
And I'm going to choose to move this like this. And going to move the point to the corner again and add 2 pixels. There we go. Now I'm going to make the palette for this. So the blade is going to be a little bit similar to the glass. So I'm going to start with a really bright. I'm going to go like this. That's fine. I'm going to paint the blade of that color. And this part is going to be from gold.
My boy be moving, don't he? Shit.
So gold is basically an orange. Now gold gets really saturated and dark and more reddish in the shadow and really bright in the bright part. So I'm going to paint my blade and in the top part I'm going to make something like this. In the bottom one, something like this, and it's basically a gradient. I'm going to make a diagonal that goes like this, and this part is going to be less dark with this color. Now I'm going to paint my handle. This part where the handle connects with the blade, I'm going to make it darker. And now I'm going to shade my handle. And this is going to be like a sphere here, but I want some bounce light from the environment here, so I'm not going to make this darker. I'm going to pick my light color. Now I'm going to make my dark color more reddish. And I can make this blade more, I can actually take the gold color, the brightest one, and replace it in the blade, maybe less saturated. I don't need this color, so I have one color less in my palette. Now I'm just going to add the outline, like this. In the outline, I'm going to do the same thing as the point of the blade. I'm not going to do this because it's going to look like it's round. So I make this to look, make it look pointed. And there we have a blade. Now don't worry about our outline not covering the whole shape, and it doesn't really matter. You can, if you want,
It doesn't
make it
matter
cover
what
the
you
whole
think.
shape, but it's going to be more than 16 by 16 pixels. It's your decision really. In my case, I'm going to leave it like this. So now I have to make sure that every color in my palette is the one that I have in
That
my
was a lot to
Python.
digest.
So I'm going to do like
The
this,
fuck?
and I can replace the highlight of the potions with the color that I use in the highlight of the sword. So I'm going to color pick the highlight of the sword. I'm going to go to my similar color selection tool, and I'm going to click on the highlight in the potions. I'm going to press shade, go to the fill tool, fill entire selection, and click inside. And there we go. So as you can see, it's a little bit more yellow, but it doesn't make a really change, and it even looks a little bit better. And I have saved one color, and now I have it there. And I can even save 3 more colors, replacing these colors with these ones. So I can click here, color pick this one with fill entire selection, it's placed, same thing with this one, and just like that. And it looks more colorful, and I've saved 3 colors in my palette. So basically for this word, I just used 2 colors for the gold part, and I actually have to make my outline color there in my palette.
Yeah, so basically just talking about saving colors, things like that.
So now we are going to make a golden key. So we are going to start with the basic shape.
He talking about basic shape. Boy, I never made no key in my life. I don't even know where to start.
And there we have the basic shape. I'm going to shade it with
Do
a
do we? Let me. Do we have the basic shape? Is this the vibe? Is this the key vibe?
base golden color, and I'm going to paint shadow part. Going to make a hole with my outline color. Like that. Going to pick my dark color, my light color, sorry. And
So I think the kill for me is going to be it's going to be like the shading application, right? Because I mean, my thing is to say like it is no doubt that homie shading is 100% on point. You know what I'm saying? I don't think there's like a shadow of a doubt. But in my case, you know what I'm saying? I guess it's just more so like understanding that shadow. You know what I mean? Like, cause that's a key, 100%. Like that's for sure a key. And I think I can just do if I do like this. Like that's a key. That's a key. You know, by golly, that's a fucking key.
Just like this, I'm going to
You
paint,
know. Hmm.
and I'm going to make an outline, and I'm going to make two bands here.
Actually, so now you feel me now getting back into it, right? He actually, his key is put these joints right here because that's actually about to piss me off. Keep going back up there. So for sure, his key, my key is smaller than his, so that's funny. Um, oops. Not bad in my opinion. Not too shabby, I don't think. Not too bad, right? Which not too shabby, yeah. Not too
And we
shabby.
have a key. I will make some corrections. For example, I'm going to make this more like this, and going to move this that way. And yes, that's basically everything for this key. Now we are going to make a book. For that, I'm going to select the color of the cork of the potion, and I'm going to make a box. So I'm going to make something like this, the proportions of the book, more like this maybe. I'm going to select the dark color of the cork, and I'm going to make something like this. Maybe I can delete this row, and there we go. Now for the pages, I'm going to select the color of the glass, this one, and I'm going to make something like this. I'm going to make a shadow with the darkest color of the glass, like this, and I'm going to make a page marker with the red potion, and with the dark color I'm also going to make a shadow.
Oops. Kind of cool.
Going to make a line
First off, let's add these colors in there.
in my book, and I'm going to make some kinds of locks here with the gold colors. So I'm going to make something like this.
Cool.
Going to pick this. And there we go. I can decide to use this light color or not. I'm going to use it. And I'm going to make a new color. I'm going to pick the dark brown, and I'm going to make a darker one, like this. Seems like this is the only color that we are going to add to the palette for this book, and I'm going to put it there. I think that's fine, and I'm going to make the outline. So I want sharp corners in my book, but not in the marker.
Oops.
And there we go. So there we have a pixel art book. Now my color palette is getting a little bit in the way, so I'm going to make it, I'm going to select the whole palette, pressing shift and making selections, and I'm going to move it there. I'm also going to move this like that, and this. I can also have this palette in a new layer, so I can disable the layer whenever I want. So I'm going to select the whole palette. I'm going to press Ctrl X, Ctrl V, and that's going to make a new layer. And I can also rearrange my palette by hue. To select the whole palette, I'm going to press Ctrl X, Ctrl V, and that's going to make a new layer. And I can also rearrange my palette by hue.
He separated his palette, just so y'all know. But again, like I
We can
said, I'm keeping
rename
my
the layer,
palettes on there.
palette, and it's done.
Not too shabby, right? Not too shabby.
Now we are 2 items away from finishing our item set, and we have to make an apple and a shoe. We are going to start with the apple. I'm going to select a base red color, and I'm going to make the basic shape. So we can work with that. I'm going to activate the alpha lock, and I'm going to shape my apple, something like that. I'm going to add some texture this way, and I'm going to make a hole there.
Boom, boom. Falaki says, Falaki says. Don't my apple look a little oval? There we go. Okay.
Like that. I'm going to make some highlights, following the shape of the apple, and I'm going to make a leaf. I'm going to disable the alpha lock, and I'm going to make a brighter highlight, and maybe I can use another color more for the shadow. Actually no, I don't like that. I think we should need the outline, and we are ready. So my leaf is going to be pointy, so I'm going to make the outline like this. And there we go. We have
Add this here. This, 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 this. There we go. Not a bad, not a bad apple. All right, not a
okay.
bad one. Not a bad one at all.
I'm just going to add a highlight to the leaf with the bright color of the green potion, like that, and it's done. So to end with making of the item set, we are going to make a shield. So we are working in a really low resolution, and it's really hard to make textures and things like that in this resolution. So for the shield, we are going to do what we can do. So I'm going to start with my basic brush, and I'm going to make the basic shape. I'm going to increase the size of the brush like this. I'm going to leave 1 pixel for the outline. There we go. And I'm going to make a metallic shield. So I'm going to make a golden green, and the inside is going to be made of silver. I'm going to take my outline color and I'm going to make an inner line. I'm also going to add the outline right now.
First off, just to kind of make it a point, I think it's even. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, it's even. Oh, that's why. Duh, Chris, you can't have an even number in an odd post. Whew. Hmm. Who's the favorite trashy white boy? Huh. Um. Yeah, I don't like those corners like that. Then. Oops, off track there.
And I'm going to shape the ring. I'm going to make some lines, vertical lines, and I'm also going to add a highlight like this. I'm going to pick darker color, and in the bottom part I'm going to make this, and I'm going to make some vertical lines to add some texture. In this highlight, in the vertical lines, I'm going to change the dark color with a lighter one, like this. And in the dark part, in the vertical lines, I'm going to change it with a darker one. Now,
Um, I feel like hmm, maybe this is a vibe.
now in this inner border, I'm going to make a shadow, like this. And in the vertical lines, I'm going to pick the dark color. Actually, I'm going to keep it like
Something
that.
about it just.
And there we have a shield. I can, if I want, make another variation. So I can Ctrl C, Ctrl V, and I will have another shield, this. And I can make a silver ring, for example. So I can have a shield that is all made of silver, or with an inner, a golden inner. So there we go. We have finished our item set.
Cool.
So for this item set, we have used 19 colors. Of course, you can reduce the number of colors. You can even have choose 2 colors for the whole item set. Maybe the apple will look more like a bomb, but that's fine. Now we can make some final adjustments to the colors. So we can right click on the layer with the items, go to add filter mask, and we can start, for example, with a color balance. So we can shift the hue of the shadows more towards cyan and magenta and blue. and the highlights more towards red, green, and yellow. So we have this filter mask right here that we can disable and enable every time we want. And if you might want to modify this mask, you can right click, properties, and it's there. I'm also going to increase the contrast. Another filter mask. I'm going to go to color adjustments, and I'm going to lower the dark part and increase the lighter part, like this. So there we have it. And yes, that's basically it. We can copy this filter mask to the palette also. Maybe we can't. Yes, we can. Captures. I'm going to make a copy of this and drag the filter mask to the layer of the palette, and then I can delete the copy, and there we go. So to save our item set in a PNG, we will first disable the layer of the palette, the canvases, and the background, and I'm going to go to File, Test, and the pair of the body. So
Am I tripping?
there we go. And yes. So the dark part, color adjustments, and I'm going to lower another filter mask. I'm going to go to color adjustments, and I'm going to lower another filter mask. I'm going to increase the contrast, another filter mask, and it's there. I'm also going to increase the contrast, another filter mask. I'm going to go to color adjustments, and I'm going to lower the dark part and increase the lighter part, like this. So there we have it. And yes, that's basically it. We can copy this filter mask to the palette also. Maybe we can't. Yes, we can. Captures. I'm going to make a copy of this and drag the filter mask to the layer of the palette, and then I can delete the copy, and there we go. So to save our item set in a PNG, we will first disable the layer of the palette, the canvases, and the background, and I'm going to go to File, Export, and I'm going to choose a PNG image. I'm going to name it, Export, and I'm going to choose a PNG image. I'm going to name it, Save, and I'm going to choose small file sizes. This is a compression without losing quality, so don't worry. And this is to name it, save, and I'm going to choose small file sizes. This is a compression without losing quality, so don't worry. And it's important that you enable store alpha channel. So
did that work? It did not. Okay, so export.
Palette, the canvases, and the background, and I'm going to go to File, Export, and I'm going to choose a PNG image. I'm going to name it, save, and I'm going to choose small file sizes. This is a compression without losing quality, so don't worry. And it's important that you enable store alpha channel. So click accept, and there we have it. So here we have our item set as a PNG, and we have everything in one image. If you want to have every item in PNG,
I believe something was saved wrong. Huh. It's blurry. Why is it blurry?
and we have everything in one image. If you want to, and it's important that you enable it.
Uh, Saving as a PNG. What else am I supposed to save it as? JPEG? Oh my goodness. That was even worse. Yo, why is it? Oh my goodness. I just watch. Yo, why is it saying like this, yo? Why we not getting crispy clean files? What's going on? Oh, no, that's still not it. He said I can save it as a PNG. My guy said that we can save it as a PNG. We can delete these because that obviously doesn't matter. So why is it blurry, guys? Huh.
Store alpha channel. So click accept, and there we have it. So here we have our item set as a PNG, and we have everything in one image. If you want to have every item in its own image, you can use another tool called Shoebox. So you can download Shoebox going to its official website. It's free. You just need Adobe Air, which is also free, and we are going to use an option of this software called Extract Sprites. So it's basically from a transparent image detects every sprite. So when you have Shoebox open, you will have something like this. You go to the sprite tabs and you select your item set, the PNG, and you drag it on top of extract sprites. You will have something like this. You can press save, and it has saved it here. As you can see, we have every item in its own image. Now, if you want to have every item in its own image but bigger, you can go to image,
Maybe. Maybe this is the problem. Okay, well the background's gone, but it's still not. The image has more than one layer of mask or an active selection. Only flattened image will be saved. So I'm just not sure what that means. I'm just not sure what that means, you know?
scale image to new size, check the filter box so you won't have a blurry image in its own image but item in its own image. Now if you want to have every item in its own image but bigger, you can go to image, scale image to new size, check the filter box so you won't have a blurry image, and in percentage you can input, for example, 500%, so that's going to go to be 5 times bigger. You press accept, and we can save it again. This, and there we have it. So this is the end.
I'm still kind of stressing now. I'm going to keep it a full beam because deep down it feels like it's
End of
still
the
blurry.
item set section. For this exercise, you will have to make your own item set. You can make the amount of items that you want and the items that you want. You should stay in small sizes. 16 by 16 is fine. And it's okay if in the first time you don't get the outcome that you want. You should need practice and a lot of it. So make your item set and post it in the Q&A section so I can share your feedback. In the next section, we are going to make a side view video game mockup. So it's going to look like a screenshot of a 2D video game, and we will work with tiles, and we are going to make a video game character.
Cool though. Hey, so hour 45. That was a 10-minute. This was a 10-minute course. This is so funny. Um, Super dope. I think we should I want you to check out some other people's stuff though. It was cool. So that's cool, right? Seven Sticks. He did some food. He did some wizardry. She did. Sorry, dragon egg and stuff. That's cool. So I think people came up with some pretty gnarly stuff. Classic, classic, classic. He went above and beyond the Call of Duty. My man made a big boy stack. Hmm. Oh my goodness. This thing is 5 years old. Holy shit. I was just thinking about I was literally just thinking about how old this thing is, and it's 5 years old, bro. That is it's crazy. So that's why I was kind of, oh, this one's cool. Egyptian stuff. This one's cool too. Cake and stuff like that. So I think that was gnarly. That was super gnarly. I liked it. I thought it was cool. Um,
Hi, I'm Noah, and
hey Noah. Um, okay, going back to it. So this is our stuff. This is our I just realized that the color palette is too high up, but that's cool. Hey, this is our trinkets. So I think that's super dope. Uh, I guess to say what should be cool, what I'm probably gonna do tomorrow, and yeah, probably do most of the day tomorrow, is just start making custom items. I think that'd be kind of dope, right? So I'll hop in Photoshop, and yeah, I'm hopping on Photoshop and just start customizing them. I probably should do it in Cure, since I should just get used to this, since this was what the tutorial is and stuff like that. So I should probably just get used to it. Um, but yeah, a lot of lessons learned. Again, super dope. I think this was super dope. I like doing this section. I look forward to. I want to say I'm gonna check what the next section is actually. The next section is doing a preview. So we were doing basically like a mock-up of how the game, quote unquote, would typically look. So I think that could be kind of gnarly. And what we end up doing is, I think as our homework. So we're not gonna do this yet. I'm gonna start doing my own items and stuff like that. So tomorrow, I'll hop on, record, do some items, and then I have a list. I have a list of stuff. So I think that yeah, it should fall into this kind of category. So I'm looking into it. So I'm gonna play around with it, and we'll see what we got going. You know what I'm saying? So that was this was day one. Day two ish for what we got going on. So I look forward to tomorrow. It's your captain signing out.